My name is Jim. Happy Wednesday. I am making a game called Fun Man, and this is a progress report of sorts on the making of my game Fun Man. So since I last talked about the project, a few things have happened. We see here Fun Man standing in front of a table, and on the table are a bunch of objects. So what I've recently done was I've created an inventory system, and every item in the game can now be bought, sold, things like that. It was much needed. All of these items were different scales and all in different places. Now they are all in the correct places. They're all the correct sizes, and any items from now on can now be created the right way and an easy to find way. More on that soon. If you see this here, this is called a sub viewport, and I'd had trouble with these for a very long time. The camera's over here. What it takes a second camera, puts the second camera sees on a screen. So that is going to be very handy in the future. Since I'm close to this, I'll show you. I recently went on a camping trip and I saw this in the wild. So I took a bunch of pictures of it and I created this model. So now this creepy little house, it doesn't go anywhere now, but now the creepy little house is in my game, and I can do this with, I don't know why I didn't think about doing this before. I could go take photos of interesting looking structures and recreate them and put them in the game as well. This is a bleep house. Not sure what power it'll give yet, but got the doors worked out. When a character enters a secondary area, if it's not in the same screen, see this right here, this, when you go in here, this opens a new scene. It goes to the Caldor interior. And I've learned to be able to pause the rest of the tree and just have this load at the very end. It's cool. My concern was the main scene resetting every single time you enter and exit a building. But now you go into a building, outside just pauses. Okay, here we are inside Caldor's shop. Now, what I've done, now the inventory, the items are all, Caldor has an inventory, and when the node loads, it says, hey, is this item in his inventory? And if it is, it appears. And if it is no longer in the inventory, it disappears. I'll show you. This is a commerce system. This is a schemato. This is what helps you create weapons in your trailer. So we're going to go down here. We're going to click schemato. If you watch the schemato on the left, disappear. You buy it. So as well as the cans of Spuppy. Now this puppy's gone. I gotta work out the amounts. I don't have that part done yet, or I don't even know if I need to. But all these items here, the capacitor, fuel, fuses, and stuff, this is all stuff that you use the schemato in your camper to translate balls into weapons. I'm just gonna buy everything. Great. Thank you, Caldor. So I cleaned the shop up. Also, the main reason, the thing that sparked the inventory system was that when you came up to a shop like this, I wanted the items to be visible. Even though the player interacts with the shop itself and doesn't interact with the items, if they were for sale, I wanted them to be visible, and that can be used for any item that the character finds in the game as well. So, yeah, of course, different shops will sell different things. This one has food, and battery charges and stuff. Some of the ingredients to create balls will be out in the wild, where some of them you can purchase. Okay. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the, okay. The scale, things have messed with the scale a little. But I added a few neat things. Light switches that turn the lights on and off. You can use the burners. Turn the sink on. I've already shown you that. I don't need to open that up. The wall unit works. Braintrix works. This right here, this will open up during the game, but for most of the time it'll just be a closed door. But for now, like when you've reached like the end of the game, you can go down that hallway and a fun thing will happen. Here is the workshop, and here are the items that the main components of the things that you gather or find and buy. So all you need is the blank balls, and then over here, if you want to create an explosive ball, you click it and it adds it to your inventory if you have the required items, and if you don't, it tells you what you need. Oh, you ran out of spuppy. So having figured out the enter and exit, that now made secondary locations much easier now that I know how to get to them and what they do to the tree when you get to them. I mean, there are some elements of the world that I want to be, you know, to have a show, to look good. And I started with, I'll use a sticky ball. This guy here. That's in Blender. You just do a cell fracture and then turn everything into a rigid body, turn it into a baked animation, and then you have the regular wall there. When it detects an explosion, it plays the animation. Very cool. Here we have molecules. It's been months since I've done anything with these, but last night I wanted to get them working. Here we have power plants. So basically the theme is there are these pumps all over the place, and they're pumping bad things, and the world is the character's brain. So you go around and you destroy the pumps that pump out the bad things. It's pretty simple, and then there's a bunch of secondary stuff, but that's the main plot line of it. So here we're gonna destroy a molecule. There you go. It's been 2 Godot upgrades since I did that the first time, and some things have changed, so it didn't work right. Okay, there are a couple of other things. So when learning the Godot engine, just like learning any new thing where different systems and programs work together, you often find out the hard way that if you forget to do something or you do it a little bit differently, that the new result doesn't work that super when you import it. I've been working a lot with GLB files, and that's my file of choice when it comes to exporting from Blender. And if you perhaps export a new GLB file and you don't have something selected, or you've changed something, all of the work you've done on the GLB file inside of Godot will change, and bad things will happen. But as things have gone on and the more times you have to correct these mistakes. That kind of drills into your head, oh, okay, don't do this without doing this. So I've had a lot of trouble with the actual Funman character, doing changes to the Funman character, and all of the things changing when I import it. But anyway, long story short, I've gotten pretty confident that I can make significant changes and not screw anything up. It would be a cool thing to have a level where someone stole your guts and your skin. So I got a skeleton model and I matched it up to all the bones of Funman, and you will be able to play as a skeletal version of Funman. And I don't have the systems hooked up yet, but you will be able to find your muscles next. And here is Funman with his muscles. I thought that was fun. Let's go into the Hall of Credits. Hey, there's a lot of all y'all. Thanks, everybody. All right. See, in the beginning of making things, it was just like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I think it's been a year and a half. It feels like it's been a year and a half. It's like, oh, okay, I figured out how to do that. Now I can spend more time on the small things. The big things were like, how do I get this to work with this? And now it's, I can spend an entire day working on texture maps, like the muscles. I spent a long time on these muscles. Well, anywho, that's, uh-oh, I'm getting burned. I'm going to use a hydro ball. Now I'm not going to get burned anymore. Okay, so there are these little guys, the little helper balls that spawn little guys that will run and try to find danger for you. Quite by accident, I realized that since these guys are also in the group of the player... Oh, that one didn't do it. Huh, why isn't that working? I chucked him in the teleport area by mistake, and they teleported. Something changed. Well then, I guess we're not going to do that. Oh. Yeah, I also changed this screen a little. Gave it a little bit of oomph. And then some, let's see, what else did I... No, that's still boring. Let's blow this up. That's cool. Alright friends, that's it for now. Thank you very much everybody on Kickstarter who helped me get this project going, and a very thank you to everybody on Patreon who helps me keep this dream alive. I hope this is shaping up to look like an interesting video game, and perhaps one day you'll play it and you'll have fun. And I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you again. Thank you.